Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining me for today's live video. I'm stoked to be bringing you these videos every single morning as part of my Align Your Mind morning series every single Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Today I want to talk about something that often gets put on the back burner, something that we don't necessarily talk about all the time. And so if you're hopping on live, just let me know any comments or any questions that you have about this topic. Good morning, good morning. Let me know any comments or questions you have about this topic as we're going through and as we're chatting about this. So I want to talk about consistency and resiliency in terms of really accomplishing those hard tasks. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about a little story because I was doing something this morning. Okay, let me just backtrack. Let me just tell you this story. So every morning I do my workout, okay? And I follow this app and it's really amazing. And every single week it gets harder and harder. So I'm on week 8 now because I started at the beginning of the year and I was like, you know what? Let me just, commit to myself and show up and do this, okay? So I started doing these workouts and at the beginning, they were so hard because I haven't been in a gym since March of 2020 because everything closed down when the pandemic happened, right? So I started doing these workouts and there was this one exercise in particular that I honestly just could not do. I could not do this one exercise in particular. And every time that it would come up on the app, every single time that I would have to do this particular exercise, I would just cringe because I was like, oh my God, I hate doing this. I hate doing this one. Let me just skip it. So instead of skipping it, I decided to do the best that I could. In that one particular workout, one particular exercise, I did the best that I could every single time that exercise came up. It was half-assed. It was not great. It wasn't perfect. Sometimes it was very hard. But today, on the 8th week, I had this one particular move, one particular exercise, and I actually did it. And I was like, oh my God, I was like, this is amazing. And the feeling that I got from that and the excitement that I got from feeling accomplished towards completing something that was so hard for me to do for so long was just so exciting. And so I wanted to share this with you this morning, not because, I need the praise of good job you did it, because I can do that for my own self, but to share with you that all the time, to share with you that sometimes it's not as quick as we think it's going to be. Sometimes it takes consistency. Sometimes it takes being really resilient. Sometimes it takes really showing up even when it feels hard. Sometimes it really just takes that extra push, going that extra mile, trying one more time. Because not every single time you're going to do something are you going to win at it. And that's okay, because that's called growth. That's called learning. That's called expanding. And if you don't fail, and if you don't have times that hold you back or things, if you don't have failure in your life, how can you work towards something else? How can you pivot to do what it is you really want to do, right? How do you become consistent and resilient every single day in what you're doing? Because it takes trying again. It takes, getting pushed down and then getting back up again. You know what I mean? It's not always linear. And so I really think that a lot of the times especially when we look on the online world, there's so much stuff that makes it look like it's so easy. And I want to remind you today that it's not always as easy as it looks. Sometimes it is, but it's not always as easy as it looks. In fact, it takes consistency. It takes waking up every single day and committing to doing it, committing to seeing it through, committing to getting to the other side, committing to, the growth that you're going to experience when you are in that. And it takes the resiliency to be able to show up for yourself over and over and over, even when it feels like a failure, even when it feels like it's not going anywhere. Because you are here because you have a purpose that you need to share with the world. Whether you know what that is or not yet, totally not the point. You have that within you though. And the only way that that is going to get to the other people who need you the most is by you consistently showing up for yourself and being very resilient and diligent in the effort that you put in every single day. Because I truly believe that with great effort comes great reward. But you have to be putting your effort into the right areas, right? You have to be putting your effort into the things that are going to move you forward. So instead of the busy work, putting your effort into things that are going to elevate your business, elevate your brand, elevate your life, right? So I wanted to use this analogy from this workout this morning because I was so excited that, you know, I always thought to myself, like, when am I finally gonna be able to do this? Like, when am I finally gonna be able to, good morning, when am I finally gonna be able to do this one workout move, right? I kept thinking this to myself, when is it gonna happen? And today it happened. Today I was able to do it. And I only did it for 1 round, not 3, but that means next time I'll be able to do it for 2. And then that means the time after that I'll be able to do it for 3, right? And so it means that even though I maybe don't know how to do that one thing today, if you continue to move forward, if you continue to push through the challenges and what makes you feel like you can't do it, that's when your breakthrough comes. I was on another live the other day, I was reminded, like, through the breakdown comes the breakthrough. And this is something that came to mind when I was watching this live, because, did I say that right? I think I did. Through the breakdown. Yeah, through the breakdown comes the breakthrough. I was like, wait, hold on, did I say that right? But it's so true. When we're in the hardest moments is when we're able to transform, right? So if you want to find the key to getting through those really hard things, it's that consistency and that inner willpower and that desire and that drive to push yourself to the next level, to push yourself forward, because you're the only one who's going to be able to do that for you. You're the one who's in charge of growing the resilient mindset that it takes to be able to level up. And so I just want to remind you that, you know, it takes that consistency, it takes that resiliency. You try today, maybe it doesn't work out the way you want it to, but you try again tomorrow and you get a lot closer. And then you try the day after that and you've really done it. And then you continue that way. I didn't get here to this place by sitting here and not trying ever. I got to this place by showing up even when nobody was watching, by being here even when nobody was. You know what I mean? By encouraging myself when everyone thought that everything that I was doing was so stupid, right? So you don't get to where you want to go by living in other people's stories, by living in other people's ideas of what is meant for you and for your life. You get to where you want to go when you finally realize that you're the one who's in charge of your life, your destiny. You're the one who's going to create what it is that you want in your life. Let me go look at some of these comments really quick. Hold on. Matt, hey! Oh my God, it has been forever. It's so nice to see you on here. Thank you so much for joining this morning. Oh my God, it's been so long. Okay, let me read through these just a little bit. Top of the morning to you also, Shane. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I'm so grateful. Nicole, love that. I felt that way, but push through it even if it's not perfect. It's so true, Nicole. You know, and there's times where we have to sit in it. There's times where we just have to sit in, like, the fact that it's like, okay, you know what? Let me stop pushing. You know what I mean? Like, let me just sit. But also at the same time, it's like, I love that you're able to just pick yourself back up and continue on, because that's going to get you to where you want to go. Okay. Let me see what Shane says here is by putting in a lot more effort on promotion in 2020, I sold enough books to get a 19 tax. So that's amazing. Consistent work is how it got done. First of all, congratulations on your book. That's so exciting. And secondly, good for you. You have to put in that consistency. You have to put in that effort. That's awesome. That was your goal. And you got it, and that's amazing. So thank you so much. Matt, yes, love the stuff you're doing. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to hear that. It's so nice to see you on here this morning. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this morning's Align Your Mind live video. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Time with a topic that I don't know what it's going to be yet. So wishing you a beautiful day ahead, and I will see you all tomorrow.